Hey everybody, thank you for joining me here today. This is a collective reading, so as always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And the cards that I've just pre-pulled from various tarot decks, the common theme that is jumping out to me is waiting, patience, surrender. And this is often so difficult for us. We're kind of conditioned and taught, and our masculine energy wants us to push and strive ahead always. And as a society and a spiritual community, we are all growing and evolving in awareness and consciousness at the moment. We have been for a while now, but we're really having to learn how to surrender to the feminine energy, which is rest. Even as I'm saying that, and as I was starting the reading, I can feel in the throat chakra, for many of you, this kind of push pull of energies. And there's part of you that wants to speak up and go and kind of fight. I'm hearing fight to get ahead, and they're the old ways of being, and they're not going to operate in the new earth as we're stepping forward in higher consciousness. And so there's this inner battle I'm sensing between your masculine and feminine energy that's going on, and the feminine just wants you to learn how to love yourself, accept yourself. Self-love is a really big theme here. It's like you're never shown the way to love yourself. Many of us aren't, but I'm just hearing that you had to learn how to love yourself, but without a role model emotionally to do that. You always negated yourself. You put others before yourself. It made you the person you are. But I feel like you've really been on such a lesson of self-healing and inner work and learning how to accept yourself just as you are. And a huge part of that is accepting all of your emotions. And like, rage can be sacred. Anger is a very normal human emotion, and I'm sure you know that, but if you haven't heard that enough, this is your permission to let yourself feel into your sacred rage, because as a divine feminine, that is hugely important to self-expression, the suppressed throat chakra, vocalizing, sharing your gifts, your voice, who you are, what you have to share with the world. And as a divine masculine, or the divine masculine within ourselves, it's so important to learn how to express our rage in a healthy way, which is expression, not suppression, so that it comes out filtered in other ways. So yeah, really nurturing and nourishing yourself at this time. And the first card I got was the Hanged Man. And obviously we've got this man doing a headstand on the beach, and this is for all of you out there, men, women, energetically, whatever, all of it. But with this card, as I'm looking at this image, I was really getting the balance of masculine and feminine. Yes, there's a man in the card, but the water, the sea, the mare is M-E-R-C, M-E-R-E, mother in French, is both. It's the divine goddess, it's intuition, watery, flowy energy. I feel like you've been at this crossroads for a while now, and you've been waiting to cross. But it's okay to take the time out. Things haven't been lined up as they are coming in for you now to be able to cross this threshold, this bridge, this gateway to this new life. You've had to wait patiently. And I am hearing that you've got very good at waiting. You've learned how to surrender and be, and even find the joy in the waiting, doing what your inner child would want you to do, like having fun, doing gymnastics, playing on the sand, going to the beach, the coast, like going on a hike. Sometimes the way is not shown to us for a reason, and we often resist this and resent it and try and do anything and everything for the way to become clear, even praying, whatever, and that is just fighting against it. And actually, it's that old thing of like, sometimes you need to get lost in the forest in order for the way to become clear, because the divine timing will bring everything into alignment as it's meant to be, but then you'll end up exactly where you're meant to be at the right time, and then the path will open. And it's that thing of you have to go, it's okay to lose your mind to find your soul. There's a saying like, I go into the woods to lose my mind and find my soul, and that's what I'm hearing for you. So more nature, more time grounding, really connecting with the rivers, the flowing. I was getting that today just so strongly, like it can be buzzy, not like noisy external life, and the sacred flow of the river, which has been quickening up, speeding up. It was really quick today, and I was getting that for you in this reading, that things are speeding up now, and you've done your due diligence. I just heard And yeah, to get out the head brings us closer in alignment with our heart, with our soul, with our higher heart, which is the throne, or I'm hearing, of the soul. It's the seat of the soul, but it's the throne because we revere and respect our soul as the goddess, god of divinity of ourself embodied in this lifetime, in this temple of ours. So yeah, really respecting your body and your sacred space right now. And if you don't feel like you have that because things are in flux, I'm hearing, just creating anything. It could be a picture, a bit of nature, it could be a candle, something that you do to carve out sacred time, even for 2 minutes a day, where you're looking at the candle flame, you're looking at a flower, whatever it is, and reconnecting with self and your higher purpose in each and every day. And the moment is always there waiting for you to check in with yourself, and it's just realigning with that would be so important and helpful to you right now. Pivotal, I even discern, so really pivotal, to bring that awareness to yourself every day. But yeah, all these cards, all these images, it's just these people waiting in this magic here, no less, for something to click and shift and change. And maybe finances are significant, being in lack mentalities, always striving and fighting to get ahead, but not really believing in your self-worth, that you deserve and are worthy of receiving. And sometimes just sitting back and letting the universe bring into you what you deserve. And that can go against everything that we're taught, can't it? And it's just like, yeah, you're a bit fed up, but you're trusting, you've got your arrows, you just need to decide which way you're pointing them and flow. I'm hearing something about the passage of time. It's kind of like there's a real theme here of death and rebirth, which allow your fears in that subject, but it is a very normalized part of life. Obviously, it's avoided often in Western culture, but it's very richly ceremonially celebrated in cultures around the world. And maybe it's time for you to honor and respect an old part of you that's dying away, or this could be somebody close to you that you've gone through. I'm hearing you've gone through recent loss. Take that as it resonates. It might not be a person, it could be finances. I'm going to stay in flow. It could be a person, and that's caused real anxiety. I'm hearing that's the Nine of Swords energy. It's this kind of like almost victimizing, dare I say, this why me, God, like hands like on your knees crying out to the universe, like to not be neglected. I'm sensing you feel a little bit neglected. You feel like nobody's been looking after you or looking out for you, and you've been holding yourself in these deep emotions, this Three of Swords, this heartbreak, like trusting and knowing that there is magic in the world. But right now everything's pointing downwards into the emotions, into this ocean. So it's just this surrendering to the flow of emotions and letting that soothe you, letting them, I'm hearing, letting the mother, the great cosmic mother, soothe you and your wounds. And self-reflection, just taking the time to reflect on your life and where you're at, and what this thing that you experienced as loss has taught you, and what you feel like you've lost in this process. Because going back to that theme of death and rebirth, there is definitely rebirth. We have the Devil card in reverse. So it's like the masculine and feminine within you has been chained, but all you need to do is look up and remove the chains, because it's an illusion. Take the blindfolds off. Like, you don't have to answer to this old way of being, an old way of yourself that has you caught in a trap. I'm hearing it's old condition, old layers from older generations, ancestors, parents, grandparents, etc. that needs to die away. You need to let that go in order to step forward as your true self for the new earth to bring in your magic. The old ways can't come with us, and that is a period of shedding, I'm hearing. But yeah, there has been some sticky energy. There's been a lot of kind of loss and sense of stagnancy and sitting and waiting. And like I said, I feel like you've found a way to surrender and enjoy moments of this. This is Magic River again. So water is a very pivotal theme. It's in almost every single card that I've pulled, which is the feminine, surrender, emotions, allowing yourself to feel the importance of that in healing, and accepting yourself, and self-love, self-worth. There's all these strands here. It's like this waterfall, this river. Everything's flowing as it's meant to. And again, this candle, this flame of life, it's just kind of like taking your time with everything that's coming in. Pull up a chair, I just heard. Pull up a chair and wait, have a hot chocolate while you wait, take some pictures, enjoy your surroundings if you can. It's real surrender. And again, we have this Two of Wands card, which to me, this always reminds me of, is it Nessa from Wicked, like in this wheelchair? And it's not even a wheelchair, it's a bike. And again, I'm seeing that as a sense of, it's the Two of Wands, it's the doing all the dreaming, but not actively there yet. And it's, yes, it takes action to move, but I'm hearing that the universe has created this standstill point for you. You've had to surrender and rest. It hasn't been time yet, and that's been really frustrating to your masculine energy as you've been learning to surrender to the feminine and sit and wait. And so what looks like a wheelchair, something disabled, something that could be holding you back, is actually a bike. It's actually the thing that will move you forwards, which is really interesting, because it's like, what is the thing, if you can narrow down right now, that you think is holding you back? What is it that you think is preventing you from moving forwards? Because look deeper into that, do some journaling on whatever that is, because I'm hearing that's the thing that's actually going to move you forwards, which sounds so backwards, and I can't conceive of that. And it's always this trippy way sometimes. It's like the universe playing riddles in a way of like, it's not what you think you seek, it is the thing, and going deeper in the layers. And it's just like, this is transport, this is movement. You can get on it when you're ready, but when the universe opens up the path for you, you're ready to go. And the things that once hindered you, how can you repurpose these? I'm even hearing like upcycling. How can you repurpose something in order to use it of benefit to yourself to be able to move forward? I'm hearing shrines and temples. I don't know if sacred sites have been calling to you recently, and if they have, take this as confirmation of your inner nudge intuition to visit these places. India may be significant. Really hearing and getting holy temples and Fibonacci sequence and spirals, and something in these patterns that can open something up within you, which I know is that's a very specific message. And I'm hearing this has to do with your solar plexus. It's this sun, it's your willpower, your passion. And maybe part of the reason why you felt stagnant or unable to move forwards is, as much as you wanted to, you've changed so much that the drive maybe hasn't been the same as it has been in the past. And that's a very difficult thing sometimes. Like, you're not who you once were, and you've got the energy to move forwards, but you also don't know how. And this is actually the card of waiting, which is a really beautiful overall theme of what I've been saying, the theme of waiting and surrendering in this temple. Like, and the temple could be nature, because there's nature in this card too. It could be this beach. It's like surrender into the temple of your heart, into the sacred spaces that are calling you, and trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be at this time. The two overall cards of the themes that came out for this reading, as well as that waiting card, was and I picked these at the end after I'd done all the other cards and got an initial view of what was coming up, and then they're just really confirmation of the theme. So it's waiting. It's the High Priestess in reverse, which is between two worlds, the old world and the new, the material and the spiritual, bringing things into balance, into harmony. The moon goddess, Hatha, may be significant, which is fertility, abundance, birthrights, death and rebirth, renewal. It's like these clouds, allowing yourself to dream. You're kind of just sitting like on a cloud, like, that's okay, accept that. You are beautiful, you're amazing, you've accumulated so much. It might not be in the way that you once thought you wanted to accumulate these things, but even in experiences, like, and I feel like with these feathers, you've got such divine, wealthy heritage of like shamanic gifts. I'm hearing like really tapping into also your starseed origins. I'm hearing it's like you've been past this, what seems like a huge weight, but actually, how can you use this? Because this is the gold, this is the abundance, these are your gifts. And it might have taken some time for them to come in. We have this hermit in reverse, but look at her, she's been sitting, she's in reverse, she's upside down, she's waiting to move forwards, not falling though, sitting, accepting and surrendering where she's at. Yoga, dance, movement, flow. Look at the white, it's peace, it's finding your inner peace and learning to surrender to this flow of energy, this infinity spiral that's coming through the crown and grounding into your heart space embodied. You may be called to Reiki at this time or to any energetic healing, any gifts. I just feel like you could be an artist as well. I just feel like it's very creative energy. And there's a lot about balance and harnessing the energy within your hands, whether that's through artwork, writing, dance, movement, Reiki, whatever it is. You're being called to use your gifts, and that's going to bring magic to the world. This Ace of Pentacles is like these new beginnings, this abundance, walking on the path that you were meant to walk. And so I'm just going to read two of the cards from the Mother Piece Tarot, because I feel like it's such a beautiful narrative for what's going on. So we have the Five of Wands. The priestesses are struggling to see who will lead as a volcano goes off in the background. The phoenix, the bird of regeneration, rises from the flames. And this is in the upright. So she is struggling with others or inside herself to find the best direction to go. It is an important thrashing out of ideas and feelings. So again, struggling with which direction to go, pushing too much to find the answer, the direction. But it's an important time for thrashing out of ideas and feelings, getting the feelings out, kind of working with it, alchemizing it, figuring out what's there in the layers beneath you, within you. Definitely, I wanted to say within you then, but it came out beneath you. So the homeland, the soils, the land that you're on could be significant. I'm hearing the layers of time that have passed in the location that you're at. It's really significant right now because the energy of the land around us, the spirits of the land in the place we're living, all contribute to overall sense of well-being and feeling, especially if we are connecting or not connecting with the land and respecting and revering where we're at. Doing research into the local history of where you're at, why you were called there, and if it doesn't feel right anymore, where are you called to go, and maybe doing a bit of research about that. Again, places that you're called to going. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is lady diving into this cup with these swans. So it says, a woman dives into a cup of self-love, spilling water over onto a pair of mated swans. In reverse, it is hard to know how she is feeling. She can't let go into the love around her. Self-love is lacking, which is I was getting before, like more self-love. Filling up the cup of your heart, your holy grail, your womb space, which is your creative center, like really nourishing yourself, like in this time of waiting. Stop putting your attention on what's outside of you, I'm hearing, and focus on your heart and the love for yourself. Like, despite the heavy loss in these cards with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords and the waiting energy, the Four of Swords and the Devil, the overall feeling I'm really getting is positive, is movement, is rebirth. And we have the Sun card, and it's like lighting up your life, banging the gongs, starting anew. Sound healing could really help you at this time. Lavender, herbs, relaxation. Devoting yourself to yourself, having baths, sacred water, connecting to the land, connecting with your local community and tribe, and just remembering who you are at your core without the layers of narratives of this job title or that experience you've had or been. Like, who are you? And sitting with that and really learning to love yourself and the value that you bring to this world. We can all get into self-doubt occasionally and think, oh, why am I here and what do I have to offer? And it's really defeatist because you wouldn't be here if you didn't have something to offer. And even from these cards, I can see that you are a healer, you're an artist, you're a creator, you're a goddess, goddess. Like, you have so much to give to the world. But the universe wants you to be able to give this to yourself first before the abundance flows in, because it's coming. The rivers, the waters are moving, the cosmic waters around you. But you have to feel deserving and worthy in yourself. And you are the magician. There's a lot of caterpillars today I've seen, and it is the butterflies in this card. It's transformation. You can transform anything that's been weighing you down, holding you back. You are the alchemist, the magician, the one, the new beginnings. Like, look at how powerful you are. I mean, God, the magician, the high priestess. Oh, I just feel like there's such powerful energy emanating from you. Look at all the magic coming out of these people in these cards. And the King of Cups, this is your divine masculine, learning how to stop resisting and fighting emotions and stepping into the ocean, into the intuitive flow, learning, like playing music, having fun, like dancing, tribal ceremony. I'm getting Hawaii may be significant for past lives. Connect with the land. Yeah, something really strong about Hawaii here, which is, for me, ancient Lemuria, all of that coast, ancient gifts coming back online, stepping into the who you are, your gifts, and at the core of that, your value on earth. There's beautiful palm trees. Yeah, maybe taking a break, going on holiday if you can, or seeing where you're at as a holiday. Like seeing, I the other day saw on YouTube a video of somebody visiting my hometown and the place I'm living now, and moved around a lot in my life working in entertainment, but it's really interesting when we see tourists exploring a place that is so familiar to us, and especially when you see like Americans coming to England and like how they're reveling in like the history and the nature, and it's like, it really, if you can do that, YouTube your town and see somebody exploring it, because it really helps us to see through new eyes what we often overlook, and it can be really beautiful to look through the eyes of another and to just even thinking about it, appreciate what we have in where we're at, and see that as like, go and be a tourist in your own town, go to places that you don't normally go to or that you haven't been to yet, or that you've already been to, but go with new eyes, go with a camera and have a day sightseeing. Even if you delete the pictures at the end of the day, really take in your surroundings, because they're there for you. And it's just, like I said earlier, if it doesn't resonate with you and it's time to move on, that will come in soon. Because I feel like for you, this waiting period is about moving, not just physically, but also jobs, everything. But yeah, learning to play and enjoy your surroundings is really what this is about. And again, nature. I mean, that sounds so stupid or silly, but it is simple. Nature is simple, but it's so complex too. It's so beautiful, and it's on our doorstep. And how often do we take the time to really sit in nature, sit by the tree, like really take in what you're seeing? And just looking at this Eight of Cups, this octopus, it's like there are lots of options, and it's kind of been that overwhelmed feeling of like, should I take this route, should I take that route? And it hasn't become clear yet. And I feel like you've been giving to others, nourishing others. You've got this mother here nourishing her babies in nature, kind of at a standstill. She's surrounded by this, seems like a double-headed snake, but it's like, again, the route is closed. You need to wait for the route to open to safely move ahead and learn how to nourish yourself in this moment. And yeah, Seven of Swords, this fox, it's kind of like maybe there's a sense of betrayal, and also feeling of being trapped and closed in, but knowing that the way will open and it will be divinely cleared for you as and when the time is right, I just heard. And yeah, the Death card. So this whole reading, been talking about renewal, rebirth, shedding old skins, and that's what this is about. That's so funny. There's a snake around this skeleton as well, like there was with the mother in the last card. The feminine was fenced in, has been fenced in, and the Death card, your bones of the things of the past have been fenced in, but that's because you can't move forward with them. For the snake to move, the universe to open the gate, you have to let go of that old part of you, which we can cling to. And I'm hearing also to get rid of any clutter, anything in your space, because that can be physically holding you back. I'm hearing, even if it's things we love, when we make space and surrender those things, even better can come in, because we're telling the universe that we're not attaching to those things, and that we're trusting in our worth in receiving. So yeah, that's really important. And again, in the trees. I feel like going to the trees and your local woods or field and doing a little ritual of release for yourself could be really important, and sitting with a flower and releasing all the energy into that you feel you need to let go of, any old parts of yourself, and giving it to the earth, to the trees, and really just ritualizing that process. And I've got the crone card here, and it's kind of like, you have got a wise soul in you, a wise old soul, but this is again this post, this direction of like, which way to go? Is it this way? Is it that way? It's like, you're wise, you're intuitive, and that comes from the heart and the soul, not from the mind. It's like her hand is on her ear, like she's trying to listen, like, universe, can you hear me? Is anyone going to give me the answers? Which way shall I go? I'm listening. Also hand on the head, like head, mental plane, too much thinking, you need a mental health day, I'm hearing. It's that kind of like, try and get out of the head, like I said at the beginning, and get into the heart, into the soul, because the intuition will lead and guide you into which path is the right one for you. So yeah, trust, surrender, wait. It's okay to be waiting. Find some fun in the moment. Allow the universe to show you the way and open up for you. And in order to do that, love yourself, take time for yourself, nourish yourself, and work on letting go of things that are holding you back, old ways of being that no longer serve you, and just releasing them, doing a ritual around that, even an intention or affirmation. So many blessings to you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'd love to know in the comments down below what's resonated with you, what you're going through, what you're transitioning through at this time in this hermit phase, and just know that you're so loved by the universe, your guides are with you, and everything is working out as it's meant to. So I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Many blessings. Bye for now.